The heavens weren't just sky, but structure. A vast living architecture layered with power. Not just clouds and stars, but realms. Places where memory is weighed, where angels keep time, where light isn't free, it's regulated. A man named Enoch claimed to see it all, an ascent guided by angels. 10 heavens, 10 layers of reality's hidden structure. A cosmic order so precise that even time has a place to be kept. Most people have never heard of it. Fewer believe it. And for centuries, they couldn't. Because Enoch's vision was lost. Left out of the Bible, banned by councils, and buried in forgotten languages. Only in recent centuries did fragments begin to resurface, revealing a universe that once terrified early scribes. This is the secret of the Book of Enoch. You're watching Vortex Mythology. Subscribe if you seek what was hidden. There isn't just one Book of Enoch. There are 3, each a thread in a larger, hidden cosmology, written across centuries in languages nearly forgotten. The first, now known as 1 Enoch, was preserved in Ge'ez and canonized by the Ethiopian Church. It tells of watchers who fell to earth, fathered giants, and taught forbidden knowledge to humans, sparking a divine flood. The third book, 3 Enoch, is a mystical labyrinth of angelic ranks and symbols, written much later by Jewish mystics. But it's the second book, 2 Enoch, that unlocks the heavens. Called the Slavonic Apocalypse, it likely originated in the 1st century CE, possibly in Alexandria. Today, it survives only in Old Church Slavonic. In its pages, Enoch is taken through 10 celestial realms, as physical places layered above the earth. Each one is a chamber of power, a part of the machinery that governs time, memory, and divine judgment. Lift your eyes above the clouds, past the blue horizon we call the sky, and you'll reach the first heaven. It's no paradise. There are no harps, no thrones. What Enoch finds here is machinery, storage and function. Here, colossal chambers store snow, rain, frost, and dew. Gates and seals hold them in place until angels are commanded to release them. Enoch walks among these vaults and realizes something startling. The natural world isn't wild. It's scheduled. Storms, seasons, winds, none of them emerge by chance. They're dispatched, and it's a logistical blueprint etched into the sky. The Book of Job once hinted at the treasuries of snow, but Enoch sees them firsthand. And as he looks upward past these mechanisms of weather, he senses something gathering above. A different realm, one colder and infinitely more silent. And so, the ascent continues. As Enoch rises beyond the realm of storms, the air becomes still. There is no wind, no sound. He has entered the second heaven, a prison suspended in the sky. It is a vast, hollow darkness where rebel angels are held in a strange kind of limbo. They hang in place, voiceless and bound, like stars that have lost their light. Their crimes are not revealed. Enoch is told only this: they are being kept for a day of judgment that has not yet come. Time does not move here. These beings are not called demons. They are not condemned. They are simply dangerous. So dangerous that all of creation seems to hold its breath to contain them. Enoch watches them drift, unmoving, and realizes a truth colder than hell itself. Some forces are too disruptive to destroy, so they are frozen instead. And above this realm of stillness, his ascent continues. A flicker of brightness appears, something alive and burning. Here, the path divides. Enoch steps into a realm where opposites exist side by side, held together under the same sky. On one side stretches a radiant garden. Rivers flow with milk, honey, oil, and wine. Trees shimmer with fruit that never fades. This is Eden, preserved since the world began. The righteous rest here, not in sleep, but in waiting. Their journey is not over. They will one day walk the earth again, made whole. Next to this paradise, without any barrier or division, burns a second realm. Flames rise in perfect stillness. Souls remain here, not in pain, but in awareness. They are fully conscious. They see how every step brought them to this place. There are no cries for mercy, just the weight of truth. Joy and judgment breathe the same air. What separates them is not a wall, but the ability to understand. Here, justice is not about punishment. It is a memory that never fades. Above both realms, the heavens continue to rise, but something begins to shift. The sky, once still and shimmering, now moves with power. It has a direction. It has intent. Now the skies begin to move. Enoch reaches a realm where the heavens follow ancient order. The sun rides across the sky in a chariot of fire, pulled by beings of wind and flame. The moon follows calmly, its phases unfolding like steps in a quiet ritual. Nothing drifts. Nothing is random. Every movement follows command. The stars are signals, each one placed with purpose, marking sacred times, guiding seasons, revealing secrets. In later apocrypha, a celestial being named Kokabiel was said to command the stars, a watcher who taught astronomy before falling from grace. Enoch may have seen his handiwork here, still embedded in the sky's routines. The sky is beautiful, but also a machine. Yet beyond its turning wheels, something waits. There is a fracture, a fault left behind by those who once tried to control this balance. They weren't cast out in anger. They were trusted and failed. Now they are held in silence, not for punishment, but reflection. Enoch enters their prison. The air is still, but heavy with regret. The silence deepens. This is where the Grigori live, the Watchers. Once they stood among the stars, entrusted with immense responsibility. They descended to Earth and gave humanity far beyond its time. Metalworking, enchantment, the art of beauty, and the weapons of war. They didn't come to rebel. They thought they were helping. Now they sit in quiet grief, watching the world they changed. Their punishment is memory. They're forced to witness the outcome of their choices, unable to speak or act. No wrath cast them out. Only the wrath of hindsight sealed them in. Enoch sees only mourning, a council of beings trapped in the truth that wisdom without limits can destroy what it hopes to guide. Above them, something stirs, not warm, not cruel, watching. The heavens aren't just revealing themselves, they're preparing him for a place where no tears fall. But before he can ascend, Enoch must pass through something colder than silence. Divine record-keeping. Here, the universe becomes paperwork. The sixth heaven is vast, cold, impossibly ordered. This is the realm of records. Endless towers of scrolls stretch beyond sight, each one alive with text that captures every thought, action, and intention, whether spoken aloud or buried in silence. Nothing is overlooked. Nothing fades. 7 archangels move among the volumes with unwavering focus. They do not speak. They do not judge. They sort prayers by weight, align blessings with the hour, and record each deed with hands that never tremble. No hesitation, no rest, just perfect attention. Time itself takes on form here. The past is catalogued, the present marked as it happens, and the future begins to write itself before any word is spoken. Enoch sees pages fill before the choices they describe are even made. Then, suddenly, stillness. The scrolls stop. The ink freezes. Even the angels pause mid-step. They sense something that does not belong to this system. Something greater than memory. Greater than order. Greater than the script itself. The air here feels heavier. Not like pressure, but presence. As if the space itself is aware of you. Enoch has entered the 7th heaven, and it's nothing like the halls of scrolls below. This isn't a place of records or movement. There are no books, no machinery, just silence so complete it makes thought feel intrusive. Even breathing feels like it echoes. He sees them, towering figures that don't blink, don't speak, don't shift. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Phanuel. They don't look at him. Their focus is elsewhere, locked on something beyond sight, something that doesn't speak, but commands everything without words. Enoch doesn't feel watched. He feels transparent, like there's nothing left to hide. His thoughts slow. His body feels distant. The further he steps, the more he forgets the shape he came with. And yet, even this perfect stillness, isn't the end. Because something above still waits, and even the archangels don't move toward it casually. In the eighth heaven, Enoch witnesses something astonishing. The architecture of time. Seasons are not random shifts. They are measured here like ingredients in a divine recipe. Rainfall is timed. Harvests are assigned. Even planetary cycles are built and adjusted like gears in a celestial clock. Earth's rhythm begins in this place, not with nature, but with instruction. The ninth heaven goes further. It is the universe's command center. Stars are not just distant suns, but obedient instruments. The sun moves not by instinct, but by signal. Comets are dispatched like messengers or warnings. Every visible phenomenon is part of a higher code. To Enoch, the sky no longer looks like creation. It looks like choreography. Behind its beauty is control. One final threshold remains, and it does not move. There is no sky here, no color, no motion. Enoch reaches the final realm, where form itself dissolves. The 10th heaven is not built like the others. It does not contain light. It is beyond the concept of light. It cannot be seen, only felt. And what it holds is not a throne of gold or fire, but a presence so vast it unravels everything that approaches. Here, Enoch begins to disintegrate. His body fractures into brightness. His memories scatter like ash. Even his name loses weight. In that state, a command reaches him. It enters like a seal pressed into his soul. Right. And in that instant, the entire pattern of reality is revealed. He saw the stars, the rise of empires, and the collapse of souls, all flowing together in one endless pattern. Now he must descend to carry it back. Enoch returned, but the world wasn't ready for what he had seen. His writings weren't embraced by priests or scholars. Instead, they were hidden, preserved in secret, copied by hand, and kept alive in only a few ancient languages. Why? because his vision didn't match the heaven people wanted. There were no golden gates and no simple answers. Enoch described a layered universe where heaven is more like a vast system of control. Every star is placed with purpose. Every prayer is recorded. Every action is remembered. It challenged everything that came after. Over time, the 10 heavens were reduced to one. Judgment was turned into a moment, not a structure. Angels became gentle messengers, not powerful administrators of time and law. But in the original vision, nothing is random. Heaven isn't passive. It watches and records, and it holds us all within its design, even when we forget it exists. If you look up tonight, remember, every star once meant something. A doorway, a marker, a message. And above them all, beyond time and memory, something still waits. It's not gone, only hidden. Subscribe for more hidden histories and ancient texts, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's buried next. Because the sky has always held more than we're told. And sometimes, the oldest truths are the ones we were made to forget. So if you ever wake from a dream that felt like falling upward, maybe you were closer to the truth than you realized.